Greetings, greetings, greetings. How are you all doing? Greetings to everyone. Back here, working hard, giving it my all. We had to come to the Legends event. And tomorrow in Guadalajara, Real Madrid is going to play against Barcelona. There were already retired players like Figo, Casillas, Fernando Hierro, Puyol, Rafa Marquez, among those who came to talk. And obviously, whenever Fernando Hierro's around, the topic of Chivas always comes up, and even more so because he has this close connection with the city of Guadalajara. He was here, well, the former executive of the Tapatio team, and obviously the opportunity wasn't missed. I'm going to give full credit to Mr. Chema Garrido, who was the one able to ask Fernando Hierro about the topic of the team. Fortunately, Hierro agreed to answer the question, and let's see what he said. He talked about Chivas, broke the silence. Let's listen.
And well, in the end, for me, obviously, I check my weekend now on the app to see how Chivas did because of all the affection I have. My relationship with the Vergara family is excellent. The ties. I've been here for 3 days, meeting with my friends, having dinner with my friends. In the end, it's a place where I spent a year and a half, but I was happy. My relationships with the club are fantastic in that regard. There's no problem at all. Obviously, when you're there, there's a process. And obviously, when there's a change, well, everyone thinks differently. Everyone can have different opinions. That's the reality and richness of football. But there is one thing that I am really glad about, that whole generation of Armando, Inda, Hugo Gambero, and so on and so on. They're guys we started working with 3 years ago, doing individualized training, and you see them coming in little by little. And that's something I think we invested a lot of time in, both my team and I, in strengthening, in creating, that they dream, that they have potential, that the Verde Valle player is prepared. And that's something we really worked a lot on with the youth teams, and besides that, I think they have the path. I watched the Toluca match, and I think it's a team that's competing very well. They're third in the standings. We all know about the World Cup, the lead up to the World Cup, whether they're going to lose more players or fewer players, but that already depends on other circumstances. But I'm happy, I'm really happy, and from the bottom of my heart, I'm glad that Chivabil is doing well and that they're up there fighting at the top.
Well, besides this topic, look, here it comes. You brought Figo's jersey, man. It's Figo's jersey, and he's going to play with Madrid. A while ago, I saw Philip Cocu. Yeah, he's here too. I saw him, with his little nose, kind of like Pinocchio. You should have told him, man, why did you score a goal against Mexico? No, well, he scored two. No, I just saw him walk by. If not, if I had told him, what would I have said? Kamehameha, yeah, Philip Cocu, yeah. I know it's Cocu, man. Well, that's Camilo. If you see my eyes kind of swollen and all that, I still haven't slept well. I just got back from Monterrey, but anyway, here we are. And back to work right away. He also talked a little about the stadium issue. So, is he going to step on the Akron field for the first time? We'll see. Precisely, the reactions of Fernando Hierro, exactly about this topic, about the field. He'll have to play in the stadium where he was an executive for a long time. Let's see.
But yes, man, I've sat on the training bench. But for those who don't know him, Rafa does know him. I don't know if Carlos does much. A top-level stadium, a beautiful stadium, beautiful infrastructure, everything from the locker rooms, the area, you see? But it's the harmony the stadium has, how natural it is, and also it's a World Cup venue. No, because in the end, we're talking about a super modern stadium built for today. Now it's been around for 12, 15 years. Akron wasn't finished, right? So therefore, you're going to find a top-level stadium, a top stadium, and we'll enjoy it. We'll have a good time. We'll see everything, like Rafa says, knowing and understanding that these have been complicated, complex days. The organization with Marcelo, with Ocesa, with Alvarito, with Luigi, they've all been people who, in these last few days, we've all worked a lot because of the excitement of being here, of talking about soccer, and of having this beautiful rivalry. And in that sense, well, the most important thing is that we're here. Fortunately, we've been able to come, and that the people in this case can now arrive at the stadium, have a good time, and enjoy themselves. Because honestly, this last day hasn't been easy at all.
Well, that's what they were saying. were already here in the parking lot to pay. It was here in Andares, at the hotel that's inside Andares, where the conference was held. And that's where the players have been staying. So if you want to come and ask for autographs, if you come to Andares, you'll find them at the hotel. There are several stars there. Obviously, the ones who appeared at the conference are some of the most well-known, but there are quite a few players. I heard that Felipe Cocupo is there, for example, the Dutch player who scored a goal against Mexico in the '98 World Cup. But anyway, that's the point that here, Hierro talked a little about Chivas. He talked about this situation. He adds he has a great relationship with the family. Vergara, who took advantage of these 3 or 4 days he was in Guadalajara to talk with people close to him. Surely there are many friendships in the year and a half he was here. So, well, that's the topic Mr. Fernando Hierro is coming with. Well, now here in the car, ready to continue. I have to go with Barca. I don't know if I'll make any content from there, because I don't think anything related to the Chivas team will come up. But anyway, here we are with this Legends Cup thing. A very important week is coming up for Guadalajara as they're visiting Atlas, the Tapatio Classic. I understand that, really, this match doesn't mean much on a national level in Mexico. I get it. The match itself isn't that relevant. But those who are from Guadalajara know what it means, what you experience, and what it represents to beat Atlas. So, believe me, for me as a Tapatio, I would consider it the most important match of the season. For me as a Tapatio, I understand that for people who don't live here, the match doesn't mean as much. You will be able to watch this game on Televisa and Univision. In Mexico, it will be at 7 p.m. Central Time next Saturday. For the United States and Canada, the match will be at 8 p.m. Eastern 5 p.m. Pacific on Univision, Televisa, and also Univision. There you have it, so you're informed and know what's going on with the Chivas team. All right, we'll end this video here. Thank you very much for your attention. Keep subscribing, commenting, sharing, and liking, and I'll see you next time. I'm Jesus Bernal. Goodbye. See you.